introduction to love and business, so I will touch base on both of those. But first, I'm a very interactive person, and I'd love to get a little interaction from the audience. So think about in your mind what abundance means to you. And when you have a few thoughts, feel free to shout them out. So what's abundance to you?
More than enough.
More than enough. Anyone else?
Freedom.
Freedom. Anything else?
Love.
Love. Beautiful. Anything else? Money? Cool. Anybody got anything else?
Security.
Security. Awesome. How about you guys? What's abundance mean to you when you hear that word? I know you can dance, but I know you can talk.
Overflowing.
Overflowing. Could mean dance. I'm a professional dancer back in the day, and definitely being able to dance was my fulfillment in life. So I appreciate and I'm honored to have VHB doing the DJing, having his crew, Transit Arts, and all the other entertainers that participated. It's such a blessing to be able to bring hip hop to you because I actually started dancing in the 80s when there was all that break-in. I didn't break dance, I couldn't flip and all that jazz, but I could snake, so I can break it down. And no, you don't see me techno, it's kind of a little crazy. Put your hands in the air. Woo! Join me or something. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't have to come up there. You guys got 1 minute and then I gotta speak, so come on, go. So you wrote a book called The 5 Steps to Abundance. And I was like, yes, I did. They said, well, what are you, like a millionaire or something? You like a multimillionaire? And I was like, whoa, never had that question. I said, well, no. And she's like, well, what do you mean? You talk about abundance, why don't you have money? Well, I said, because it's a spiritual belief system. It's a spiritual practice. And I am rich in spirit. And it made me think a little bit about that. And abundance is not about money, and I know a lot of you gave other definitions, although our first thought is that it might be. So whatever abundance and prosperity means to you, you can call it in. I also do sound healing work, which talks about vibrations and so forth, and I teach people how to sit in the vibration of love energy by opening up their heart energy center, sometimes called a chakra. And you can do that very easily. So we're going to do a quick exercise together. You're going to take a deep breath, and then you're going to make the sound, ah. So take a deep breath, and it doesn't matter how it comes out because you can't do it wrong. Ah. Take a deep breath. Drop the shoulders. Ah. I do. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel some more inner peace coming in? Do you kind of feel a little glow here? The more you do it, the more you will. And that's going to allow you to be open to opportunity. So if you want to get the 5 steps to abundance, I'm going to tell them right now, grab a pen or grab my book. I'm selling the books for $10. And the first step to abundance is gratitude. We first have to be happy where we are in order to move where we want to be. Does that make sense? And so, real quickly, I'll tell you how the evolution of this book came from. I saw an email about the Best Brilliant Idea for Humanity contest. And I knew that if I entered that contest, I would make it to the 3rd level. So it was kind of like Spirit said, you're going to win the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. And I was afraid to buy that ticket. So, show of hands, how many of you have been afraid to buy that ticket? How many of you have been afraid to grab what's right in front of you because that's where you want to be. So that's what the 5 Steps to Abundance is all about. It's not about being perfect. It's not about how much money you have. It's about the evolution and journey you choose to take within you to evolve to where you want to be next. But you first have to recognize that where you are is where you are. What it is what it is. I want 5,000 people here today, but what it is what it is. I have exactly who's meant to be here in the moment, and it's going to ramp up. But without you here, it couldn't ramp up. Without your positive, glowing energies, where would we be? In an empty room. So again, I'm very honored and grateful to have you all here with me, sharing this journey. The second step is believing you deserve what you're asking for. Ooh. And because I had to submit an idea for this contest, and it was 3 weeks till the deadline, and I didn't know what to do, a friend of mine that I got in the contest said, well, do the 5 steps to something. And I do prosperity and abundance work, and I was working with clients who were like, why don't I have it yet? Why don't I have it yet? And I said, well, okay, I can do the 5 steps to abundance, but what are they? And my old business partner and I, we used to do business meetings at her pool in the summer, which is my favorite place to do business. And all of a sudden, the information just came in. And when Believing Deserve It came through, I was like, ooh, that's true. Because a lot of times when I would do my coaching with somebody, I'd say to them, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And many of them would say, I want $1 million. What would you like? In a moment. What comes to you?
I'd like 5 million.
Do you deserve $5 million?
Yes, more than. Yes, certainly.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. And I believe her. Did you believe her? Many of the times, people that are not in alignment with their true desires have that inkling of fear that we were talking about. And when I would ask them that question, it would hit them like, well, I don't have it because I don't believe it yet. You believe it. It's coming. It's all coming. So the third step to abundance is identify and release fears. Ooh. Who's ever confronted their fear before? Was it fun? Not at first. Did it get easier? Yep. Did you find something else you were scared of? Yep. So I know for me, when I get that pit in my stomach that says I can't do it, then I really, really, really got to do it. Except the backflip, which I did once or twice in gymnastics. So again, once you start to process where you want to be, you're happy where you're at, and you start to say, what am I afraid of? So the easiest way to figure out what you're afraid of is ask yourself the question. What am I afraid of in the moment? And if nothing comes to you, you can meditate on it, you can journal on it, or you can consult with a friend or an expert practitioner and help them help you discover what's in your way, what's blocking you, what's that limiting belief that's somewhere inside your mental being that's not in your heart center spiritual being, and learn how to process through it. Now the fourth one was kind of cool when it came through, because I hadn't thought of this before, because if you hadn't noticed, I'm kind of just a doer and an action person. I get the idea and I just go. And apparently that's not everybody, and I understand that. Working with others, when I'm like, come on, it's over here, I did it, come on. So I have to learn that not everybody is like me, and how to communicate better with others on their own terms, not on my terms. I'm still learning that. So the fourth step to abundance is put action behind your desire. When you knew you wanted to dance, did you practice? Or did you sit on a chair and wait? You put action behind your desire. I bet you guys watch videos to learn moves. I bet you watch other people to learn moves. You're just saying yeah? Okay. I remember in dance, my dance partner, he watched all the Janet Jackson videos and then taught us. And it was awesome. Rhythm Nation. I have a video of that, which is fun to watch. So it was really powerful to understand. Those of you who are aware, how many of you have read The Secret or seen the movie? And not Rhonda's Secret, the big secret. The other big secret. The law of attraction. So the law of attraction simply states, what I think about is what comes to me or what I can bring to me. Does that make sense? Everybody aware of that? Well, think about the law of attraction plus action. Now what's going to happen? Unstoppable. Thank you. Unstoppable. Well, what came to me, the formula was the law of manifestation. Manifestation means bringing into reality that which you desire. And so again, as I'm downloading this book and the information in it, and I'm writing it and I read it, I'm like, wow, this is cool stuff. This is not my stuff. I didn't originate it. It's been out there in the sphere of mass consciousness. I just, as a person that got the gift, give it to you, which I'm grateful for. So back to that contest, I made it to the 3rd round. The day I found out that I made it to the 2nd round, that morning I woke up at 6 a.m. That is not me, by the way. And I could not sleep, but it's one of those moments where Spirit just knocks you on the head, and you're wide awake, and you know you can't go back to sleep because you got something to do. And it said, get up and go to your computer and start typing. And I typed this book in 30 minutes. No joke. Had a lot of editors because I can't spell, but the texts were the same. And I was really moved to go back and read it. So the law of attraction, say it with me, the law of attraction, plus action, equals the law of manifestation. Awesome. Does that feel good? Yes. Does that feel like something you guys can do? I'm doing it. You're doing it. You guys are actually all doing it because you're here. So let's give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! All right, you guys ready for the 5th step to abundance? This one kind of hit me like, what? They all kind of hit you. And they're not in order, by the way, for those of you that are very organized and must do things in order, like me when I'm reading a series of books. I must have that next one or I can't finish the last chapter of the one because I feel empty if I don't keep going. And movies and TV, it's the same thing. I've been like that since I was a little kid. For those of you who know what Nancy Drew is, I drove my mom nuts finding book 12 because I would not stop pestering her until she found it because I could not read 13. I think I was 8. I'm no different. How we are when we're young is how we can grow into adulthood, but the gifts you have when you're young are the gifts you have when you're older. The key is not forgetting what you had when you were young. Be that child at heart. Be that childlike person and see the wonder and the magic in the world. And each and every one of us can do that each and every day, which then brings more gratefulness, more magic, more opportunity, and more of the things we're asking for, right? I love it. So the 5th step to abundance is allowing and receiving. How many times did you try, and there is no trying, right? But that's the word we love. I tried to get there. I tried to sell enough. I tried to sign somebody up. I tried to do that dance move. I tried to put on International Women's Day. But the reality is, if I didn't pause and allow all of you beautiful individuals to come to me, I could not have received all this. If I not allow you to be in my presence, again, I could not have received all this. So they seem pretty simple, right? And everything I said, you probably aren't surprised at. It's just, again, I got the gift to organize the thought in a simple little book that will help you with techniques, ideas, and strategies to co-create. And when I say co-create, I mean you're working with me, you're working with me, you're working with me, you're working with me, you're working with me again, you're working with me. We're all working together. No one man is an island, right? That big quote. No one woman is an island. No community is an island. As my beautiful teacher likes to say, it takes a village to make a difference. And I know she's got the rest of that quote, but I kind of forgot it. So she does. Go to tearbear.org and find out. And so we all co-create and work together to get what we want out of life. And so if we understand the principles of the abundance, then you understand the beginning of understanding love in business. I thought I had to get an MBA to travel the world to tell you about love in business. Because as a business owner, there's no way you would believe me with an undergrad in psychology, biology, and dance, who just happened to do web marketing and business consulting, and never said at 18 I'll never do business or computers, and now look what I do. I thought if I didn't have those letters, I couldn't be the expert in my own thought and ideas. Now, does that make sense when I put it down on paper like that? How are you not the expert in your own thoughts, realities, and ideas when they're yours, right? So, again, love in business is simply the understanding. I call it my philosophy of gratitude. It's how I choose to do business and co-create and work with others. I'm not perfect. I got a temper. I got a lot of energy. So, I'm human. We're all human. It's about understanding the growth process and evolving into who you choose to be and being aware of the journey and having fun with it and not choosing a destination that helps make things greater and more exciting. So again, love in business is the understanding, the philosophy of gratitude, that there is no competition, that we all can work together. And if we co-create and work together, you guys are both dancers. You guys both have jewelry. You guys have stuff that smells good. There's somebody else that has perfume. Are you guys in competition on one lower level idea? Maybe. That's how we were taught, right? If we're doing the same thing, we're competing. Now, if you go a step above and you realize, wow, why is there more than one McDonald's on a street? Why is there McDonald's across from Burger King? It's the nature of business to have opportunity where other people are having prosperity, not to compete against, but to offer options. So love in business is about co-creating your reality with others. So tell people what you want so you can all bring it in together. Manifesting what you want and understanding that there is no competition. And that's love in business in a nutshell. And the next book, we'll tell a little bit more. It's called The Universe is Listening. Give it a shout out. So in the next second, I love it too, it came to me. I love the universe. So in the next second, I'm going to say the phrase again. And when I say, let's give it a shout out, I want each and every one of you to yell really loudly what you want in the moment. And we're all going to co-create with you. Ready? The universe is listening. Give it a shout out. People! You want to do it one more time? Okay, you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. The universe is listening. Let's give it a shout out. Woo! How do you guys feel? Thank you for dancing. Thank you for being a participant in my reality and co-creating with me. I'm Heather L. Tapia. Again, the books are $10. We're donating for our Purpose for Women International.